Hey everybody, it's EMD SD14R, and this is New Trains Part 31. That's right, New Trains Part 31. I know a lot of you have been asking over the past couple months, hey, when are you going to make a New Trains installment? You know, I've been waiting patiently. Thank you guys for your patience. I know you guys have been enjoying my sneak peek videos of the new trains that I've got, and I thought about, I got the idea about trying that a while ago, and I thought it would be actually a good way to, show off my new equipment without going into too much detail, because the new trains installments are more about details and stuff like that of the new equipment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the HO equipment first, and then we'll work our way to the N scale stuff. So let's see. These are my Amtrak Horizon fleet coaches. You guys first saw them being towed by my LRC engines here. There are a total of 6 of them. So you go all the way through there and then out the back here. These are brand spanking new. I bought these as a set about maybe 2 months ago, I believe. So I mean, someone actually is selling a private collection, and they had all 6 of them listed as a set, and it's not every day you can get 6 Horizon fleet coaches for the price of like 3 or 4 or so. Yeah, I got these, and I put the shelf couplers on them and stuff, and they run really good. Only had to modify them slightly. I had to sand down the inner castings here of the outer the suspension details. I had to sand the inside down to give the trucks more clearance to turn. I had to cut a little notch out on the box on the inside, but other than that, the draft gear is the same, the wheels are the same. I took the metal clasps off the trucks that are used to hold the wheels on, which technically they don't need to hold the wheels on because the wheels slip into the trucks just like any other one. So yeah, so nothing too big with that. Then you guys have seen this, my birthday video. This is the demonstrator AFC center flow hopper. Never seen one, but I know it's hard to get. This came out of a private collection also. Got this from Nicholas Smith Trains. These Amtrak cars came off of eBay. And then you guys saw my SOO Line GP38-2 4402. That's another one that I got for my birthday. That's an Atlas unit. Really like the Atlas GP38-2s. I'm gonna try to invest more in getting more Atlas GP38-2s, because I mean, they have the plow and stuff, they just need the grab irons and the MU cables added, so not really a whole lot needed to be done with them. And then you guys saw this briefly, but you didn't have a chance to really look at it, so let me bring it out here. And this is temporary because I got to put it back and pull the other train around. But this is my very first SOO Line MP15AC, and it's my very first SOO Line switcher. This is an Athearn Genesis unit, and it was the only one at Nicholas Smith Trains. They only ordered one of them, and I bought the unit. It's very heavy. I also have an Atlas MP15, but it's the DC version. So yeah, this is the MP15AC, there's an MP15DC, and obviously the DC one is the Amtrak unit. And I will say that the Genesis units are way heavier than the Atlas units. I tried to look up online to see if Athearn has even made the MP15DC, and it doesn't look like it. So that's a little bit of a downer, but not really that big of a deal, because if I can customize an MP15AC into a DC, that'd be fine, because they way heavier than the Atlas unit, and obviously could pull at least 6 cars without any problems, maybe even 8, whereas the Atlas only can barely pull 2, and those are the Walther's Trainline ones. And then this is another one I got for my birthday. It's my very first SEPTA MP54. It's my very first MP54 in general. I'm planning on getting more of these. These are actually pretty hard to get in the SEPTA paint scheme now. I think Concord discontinued them. So yeah. And then you guys have seen this engine. This is my BNSF swoosh SD70AC number 9370. This is an MTH unit. This is my second MTH unit because I have the GM demonstrator unit. Honestly, I really like the MTH units because they're really heavy, they're highly detailed, easy to convert to DCC. And there goes my camera again, so I gotta fix that. So yeah, they're easy to convert to DCC. I like them. They're very sturdy. They have metal railings and grab irons, whereas the Athearn Genesis units just have the plastic railings, but they have metal grab irons. So I'm trying to get my hands on 2 more of them for a secret project that I want to do. And then this is my Portland and Northern SD45T-2 number 7492. It's a former Southern Pacific unit. I got this off of eBay, I think about a month ago or so, more than a month ago. I saw this unit for a while online, and it was a very, very good price. And I said, it's not every day you get to see a custom painted SD45T-2. And not only that, but it's got the 5-chime air horns. I mean, it's been professionally painted and everything. I had to get it, so like the unit, going to get sound and DCC in it eventually. It does need to get, there's one of these trucks, I think it's the rear one, has a gear problem, I think, or a gear noise or something. But I have to get the truck for it because the one that I actually ordered or bought was actually, the wheelbase was too short. So yeah. And then I got this 5-bay auto discharge hopper. I don't know who's it for. It's for the SDEX. I don't know what coal company or power company that's for, but that's another one from Nicholas Smith. That's an Athearn Ready to Roll car, which is really nice. There's a Santa Fe one that I want to get, and I have one in Santa Fe and I have another one in another paint scheme. I forget the lettering on it, but it's got bold yellow lettering right in the center of the car. So I have 3 of those 5-bay rapid discharge hoppers in my collection. And then probably moving on to the HO cars, or cars in general I should say. I got myself a notchback Mustang. This is from Matchbox. Now you're probably wondering, oh my goodness, what happened here? Well, I actually used my silver Sharpie and I painted the exhaust silver, and I thought it would look cooler with the silver exhaust. I mean, just to see what it looks like. I mean, I think it really enhances the model. And I did the silver chin spoiler there also on it. I painted that. And then my mom got me this. This is it's a Chevy Volt, but it's a dragster version of it. This is I think this is what I think this was a Valentine's Day present from my mom and dad. And then this is a HO International ambulance. Got this from Nicholas Smith. Forget what company made this, but it was a good price, so I got it. It's got the rubber tires on it and everything. Looks really cool. And then this is from this is basically the Matchbox equivalent of the Hot Wheels Treasure series. I'm saying that in the fact that this has real rubber tires on it. This is the Ford Explorer Highway Patrol police vehicle. Yeah, it has real rubber tires on it, and as you can see, I've been playing with it. They're obviously dirty, but makes it look really cool. So yeah, that's the Matchbox equivalent of the Hot Wheels Treasure Hunter series, and these are not cheap. I think I paid $3 or $4 for this thing. I don't really remember. That came from Nicholas Smith too. And then I got another Dodge Ram crew cab with the custom sound system in the back. I have this in black. I know you guys have been asking, you haven't done a Hot Wheels video in a while. Well, that's one reason why. I've been holding off because I wanted to put these in there. And I got the Turbo Ferrari 308. I think I had this in red and another color. One of my favorite body styles of Ferraris. It looks good in black. I think Magnum PI used a Ferrari. If I'm not mistaken. I think it was a red Ferrari, if I'm not mistaken. But I think it was the 308. But I'm not sure. And then this is the, what is this? Ford Transit Connect van. It's customized to look really cool. It says Hot Wheels on the side. So that's really cool. And then I got a Matchbox Doom Buggy. This is from Nicholas Smith also. This one was another Valentine's Day gift for my folks. So yeah, this is a Matchbox Doom Buggy. Had to get that because it was cool. And this is a Major Wright Ford Capri. This is the European version. I like the Euro version of the Ford Capri, especially with the ones with the V4, the V6 engines in them. They really sound unique. Like, they sound similar to like a Datsun 240 or a Datsun 280Z in a way, with the custom exhaust and everything. Especially if you put the 5-speed transmission in them. Like, you know, there's videos of them up on YouTube and stuff, and I like the cars of that era. They just sound really cool. Similar, they sound similar to the Datsun 240 and 280Z. Not exactly the same. And then this is a what is this? Power piston. Now I have an older version of the power piston, and the original one that I have, the front cockpit opens, and then it has two tailpipes that extend down, and they're like a separate mold or something, but they're two instead of three. So they really changed the body up. It's plastic, just like the original one, but I think the original one, the cockpit opens up. And this is a BMW, what is this, X5. It's been customized, and I had to get it. It's not any particular brand. It's like I don't know, it's not even a Matchbox or Hot Wheels. I don't know what it is, but I just thought it looked cool and I had to get it. And then I got a Matchbox Ford GT40, one of my favorite supercars out there. I hope they start making the new GT40 that came out. I still really haven't heard that particular sound. I mean, I heard it rev a couple of times, but I really haven't heard it going through the gears, you know, like shifting and all that, because they made a racing version. I think it was for the was it the Rolex series or something like that. I saw it on YouTube a while back, but I gotta get more information on the new ones because they're really cool. And then I bought some more HO cars. I got a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Now this is from Nicholas Smith. Also, I actually picked up another one prior to this, but I didn't like the way the headlights looked, or the paint on it wasn't as good, so I looked through the whole box to find this one just because the paint or something. And then this is my first Audi R8, and it's also an HO scale. It's the matte black version. They had another black version there, but it wasn't the matte black. So, and it's got the red rims on it. I don't know if you guys can see that clearly. It's got the red rims on it. It's really nice. And you guys already know I had the Range Rover. That was for a Christmas present. And then moving on to the HO, I got I don't even want to try to pronounce that. Oneida and Western. I think that's the correct pronunciation for it. These are pretty hard to find. I mean, I was looking at this on eBay, and they you know, some people had them, but the locomotives are extremely hard to find. I think BC Rail actually got those engines, if I'm not mistaken, when they bought out that railroad, or however that worked out. But anyway, I'm trying to find the locomotives to go with this caboose because I like them. Yeah, but if I'm wrong in the info, guys, please forgive me about that. BC Rail brought them out, but I like this railroad. Trying to find more locomotives. I might even paint a modern version of this as a heritage unit, which would be sick. So just an idea. So put that over there. Yeah, I'm still continuing with the HO. I hope I didn't forget anything. I think I got everything. Yeah, I think I got everything with the HO so far. Yep, so you guys have seen these two electrics. If I can get the camera to start working right. There we go. So you guys have seen previews of these two electrics. This is the Orangutan Models SS7D. I'm pronouncing it right, I hope. This model is actually a new model. It came out this year, so it's a 2016 model. It's based off of the real version. This one is number 0018. It's highly detailed. This is another electric that came from a person in Canada that had a China locomotive collection, and they were selling it off, and I got it for a good deal. It's super detailed and everything. I'm really impressed with it too. It's got LED lights. I just don't know if it's DCC ready or not. I mean, it should be, but I can't read the manual because it's in Chinese, so I can't read it. So that doesn't really help me to figure that out. I mean, the drawings I looked at, and you know, they're pretty self-explanatory because I can look at the pictures and say, okay, it's DCC ready or not. But I didn't see that on the PC board. I'm trying to get this camera to refocus. There we go. And then this is from the second locomotive, is the SS7C. It's it's numbered 066, and it's from Bachmann, China, which is the China branch of Bachmann. And I like the engine. It's incredible. I just got this in the mail today, so if you guys already seen the preview of it, yes, I just got this in the mail today. I've been waiting for this thing for almost 2 weeks or so. Yeah, so just like the SS7C, the SS7D also has an AC in it. But I'm looking at the details, and I will say that the Bachmann model, I think, in my opinion, is a lot more heavily detailed than the orangutan model. The placement of the steps, which are etched metal steps here on the trucks, I think on the Bachmann model they're sturdy. On this model you have to be careful because they're not as sturdy. So you have to be careful with that. They pretty much use the same pantographs, so the pantographs between the two are similar. But yeah, like I said, I think the Bachmann model is a lot better. I think Bachmann China should bring out the SS7D also. Also, the SS7C is set up for DCC and sound, so there's a small area for a small speaker to fit. But if you can look inside, they actually put details in here, like you can see, like if it were the real thing, like they put all the transformer details in here. I mean, they really stepped it up. Bachmann, I got a question. Why don't you bring this to the American Spectrum line? That's a good question, because we need to bring that over here too. You got to get on that, okay? And just to put this out there, please make the E44 in plastic, please. You have the tooling for it because you made the E33. Please make the E44. Thank you. That's my petition out there. Hopefully that helps. Moving on. Going into the details of the models, the lettering is crisp on them, if I can get this camera to focus. So crisp lettering. It's legible, even without a microscope, on both models. And then I forgot to mention, right above the center truck on the SS7C, it says 170 kilometers an hour. So I guess that's how fast it goes in daily service. So, yeah. Now, moving on to the coaches. Now, you guys already knew that I had the Amtrak Kato bi-levels. These first two cars are my original cars I've had for like almost 2 years. But the last four are the new ones. Now, if you saw my video of, it's called Amtrak LRC and bi-levels, I think it's called. You'll see these cars running at night, and they have full interiors. Well, obviously they have full interiors, but they have people in the interiors. They have the dual mode DCC lighting upgrade. So this whole set came from Nicholas Smith Trains, and I had to get it because it was sitting there for who knows how long, and I just had to get it because I already had these two cars. I just need to add the DCC lighting and LED lighting to them, so that's not a big deal, and add people to them. But yeah, there's people in them and everything. Cab car, from the videos you've seen, there are two cab cars actually, and the thing is, the coaches actually have different lighting than the cab cars. The coaches have like a bluish lighting, cab cars have like a greenish interior lighting. But there's two cab cars. This is cab car 9624 and this is cab car 9621. I put the numbers on myself. So I highly recommend, if you guys can, you know, get your hands on these bi-level cars from Kato, I would recommend getting them. I do have the previous version that came out way before the Katos were even in existence. These are the Walthers cars. So this is a Walthers coach. No, that's a Walthers cab car, and this is a Walthers coach. Now you can, let me pull this up a little bit. Now, comparing the two models, you can clearly see the differences in between the. Did my camera just cut off? It did. Anyway, as I was saying, you can clearly see the differences between the Kato model on the right and the Walthers model on the left. Obviously, the Kato has finer paint than the Walthers model. Walthers model not as free rolling as the Kato model, and even though the Walthers model has full interior, the roof doesn't really stay. The roof it's not one solid body like the Kato. So, but for the time that they came out, they did pretty good. I am trying to upgrade these to actually use the Kato parts, so that'll be another project in itself. I don't know why my camera does that though. Like, it's so weird. I'd be like talking for like 20 minutes and then all of a sudden it randomly just stops and goes to another clip. I don't get that. Camera's weird. Yeah, moving on from my technical difficulties. Moving on, let me just pull this around. But the SS7D and the SS7C, they both had LED lighting. The SS7C though, and you guys will see it coming around, has interior lighting at both ends, and you can actually put people in there, where the SS7D doesn't. Well, the SS7D has interior lighting, the SS7C doesn't have interior lighting. Had the name switched up there, y'all, so forgive me for that. So I'll pull that around. Alright. Now we move to the end scale, and let's start this properly. There we go. This is a Kato E1 Max Shinkansen bullet train. Now the E1 Max is the duplex Shinkansen, so it's a double-decker bi-level train. They came in different configurations: 12, 14, 16 car sets. I believe they also came in 8 car sets as well. This is the first version of it, but they were rebuilt, I think, 2 or 3 times. The what did the prototype say? I think the prototype said duplex on the side, because it didn't say max on the side. I think it said E1 duplex or something like that. I have to look at my video again, but in any case, this is all Kato, and this is an extremely hard set to get. Like, thank God I was at the right place at the right time, and thank God I actually chose to go through and use PayPal, because one seller had the starter set, and then another seller about a week later came up with the intermediate set. So I bought the set from 2 different people, and thank God it worked out that way, because it not all the time it usually works out that way. So thank God I got the full set, which is hard to find. Pretty much virtually in like new condition. The starter set was moderately used, but in like new condition. The middle set was virtually brand new. I put all the little insulators on them, you know, just because that's what I do. I like that kind of stuff, and I really like it. I gotta get the Tomax version, which is Tomax made all the variants of it, but I want to get the last version of the E1 Max. And there's a couple on eBay right now, but I'm not going to get them just yet, so I'll worry about that when I get a chance. but it's a good runner, and I like it. You guys saw preview videos of this one too. Alright, also moving on, continuing with the N scale. This is a Atlas N scale Jeep 30. It's a Conrail. It's 2235. This is my first N scale Jeep 30. It's my first Conrail N scale engine. Now the funny thing is, not too many people know about it, but if you look at the bottom, it says Kato on here. So when Atlas was still using parts from Kato, you know, just like in their HO line, it was an Atlas Kato combo. So the drivetrain, trucks, motor, frame were from Kato, and then the body shell, I think the body shell was made by Kato too. But the funny thing is, Atlas still uses the original molds for these early Atlas Kato combo units. So they still use the same molds and everything, like they reversed engineered everything. So yeah. And it's weird. I think I had the box out. Do I have the box out for that one? I think I got the box out. Yeah, I don't think I had the box out. It's SD26. No, I don't have the box out. It's probably over here somewhere. But in any case, yeah, that's a very interesting story. Same thing goes with this SD9. It says made in Japan, but it says Kato underneath. It's a Norfolk & Western SD9. It's my first SD9 in N scale, my first Norfolk & Western engine in N scale. Micro Trains actually makes a pilots for these units, because they come with the couplers that look like these on the front, and they're truck mounted. So yeah, so what you have to do is you have to cut the truck mounted couplers off and install the body mounted coupler and pilots, which is not too bad to do. Let's see if I can get this back on the track. I'll just do it this way. But they're very heavy engines. They're very durable. I like them. This is going to take a little bit of time. There we go. So there's that one. And then there's that one. Oops. Knocked the Amtrak car off a little bit. But these two run together, so I usually keep them together. And then, you guys haven't seen this. I haven't been able to run it yet because I don't have a passenger engine. This is the Pennsylvania Railroad Kato congruent passenger car set. I like it because it has that silver sleeper in there, but I need to get the other add-on cars to go with it. But I haven't even ran this yet. This came from Nicholas Smith. I haven't even ran it yet, so I still got to run that. And then last but not least, are these engines. Now these are Guilford SD26s, which were originally owned by the Santa Fe. These are my first Atlas SD26s in any scale. I have been trying to find them in HO, but they are exceptionally hard to find. I know there was one for sale a couple weeks ago, but it got sold. So, but anyway, the first engine I got was the 623. This came from Nicholas Smith Trains in Broomall, PA. This has an NEC DCC decoder in it, but it's a dual mode decoder, so it's cool. And then the cool thing about it is a fellow YouTuber, I think their name is North Carolina Rail, I think. Forgive me if I'm wrong on that. I can't remember these names off the top of my head. He saw the video of this engine, and he offered me this engine for sale, which is this one's brand new, this one's pre-owned. So I got the 615 from Guilford, which is nice. So I have two SD26s that are Guilford, and I need to get a Guilford caboose now. So, and they're great pullers, and I said they're Atlas, and these are the newer, later Atlases. Now let me show you the boxes between the two units. So this is the pre-owned one that I bought from Nicholas Smith, and this is the new one I bought from the fellow YouTuber I mentioned. You can see the differences between the two. So this is the later version. This is the earlier version, from what I gather. And then you guys saw this box car. I got that for my birthday. But then the cars you didn't see were these. So this is a Western Maryland gondola. It's actually extended side gondola. This was actually in the junk bin at Nicholas Smith, and I bought Microtrains trucks for it. I think it came with metal wheels on it. I think it came with metal wheels. No, it didn't come with metal wheels. No, it had metal wheels. No, it didn't come with any wheels, I don't think. Yeah, it did. Yeah, this came with metal wheels. Yeah, it came with metal wheels, but I think it was in the junk bin. But anyway, I upgraded it with the original metal wheels and the roller bearing trucks and couplers. And then this is a Santa Fe grain hopper. That was also in the junk bin. It had no trucks or anything, so I upgraded that with new trucks and couplers. And then this car you're gonna see, this is a AMH scale center flow hopper. Now I have the HO versions of these, but I never seen an N scale version. And when I saw this one, I had to get it. Came with metal wheels already. I just put the Microtrain couplers on it and just swapped the metal wheels in for the plastic ones. But I've never really seen an N scale one before until I got this car. I'm pretty sure they're hard to find, just like the HO ones, but yeah. And then also I got the track, obviously, because when you guys saw my previous N scale videos, I only had one track. Now I have a double main with a double slip switch crossover, and a few other things. Now, if you think this video is over, no, you would be sorely and sadly mistaken. There's one more set of trains that I have to go into, and we will go over here and I will show you. This is what you would call the Amtrak package. Yes, this is the Amtrak package is what I'm calling it. And the reason why it's a package is because it's been shrink wrapped into a giant package. Yes, this came from Nicholas Smith Trains also. And honestly, I've been looking for Amtrak ballast hoppers for a long time. I already had 3 of them in my collection, and I've been looking for more of them. I wasn't really going in there that particular day to look for an Amtrak ballast train set. But when I actually saw this, I said, I can't pass this up. I mean, you get 10 Amtrak ballast hoppers, you get a custom painted Jeep 9, which I've already test ran, and I put shelf couplers on it and it runs great. And then you even get an Amtrak caboose. No, you can't beat that. Now you're probably wondering, okay, why is it still wrapped? Well, that is a very good question. The reason why it's still wrapped is because I haven't bought the metal wheels for it or knuckle couplers. And yeah. So I'm leaving it wrapped until I get those couplers for it. I mean, some of the cars do have repeating numbers. I think they all are repeating numbers. Yep. Yeah, every single car in here is the same number. Nah, who cares? I can change those numbers around. It's no big deal. It'll be a tricky thing to do, but no big deal. You can't. You'd be crazy to pass up something like this for the price I paid. You'd be crazy to pass that up. Crazy. Just honestly crazy. I mean, even if they are repeating numbers, it's not every day you see a full 10-car Amtrak ballast train set with a caboose and an engine to go with it all in one go, because usually people split up sets and all that. But this came out of the same collection that I bought the Odia and Western caboose, the I believe the same could be said for that demonstration hopper. I think they belong to the same owner. So yeah, that's the last surprise there. I'm gonna have to, and I actually have to put this thing together. Let me see if I can take the engine out for you guys, because I don't want to be. It's an Athearn blue box, but it's been custom painted. So it's an Athearn blue box, custom painted. It's brand spanking new. I mean, I've ran it on the track. I mean, there's a little wheel, like a little wear on the wheels, but for the most part it's new. I put the shelf couplers on it, and as you can see, I modified it to be, you know, the screw-in kind with the coupler boxes. So I mean, it just needs number. Those need to be covered up so I can put a proper horn on there, because I don't know if I put the honkers on there. If I put the Leslie honkers, they'll be on the sides here, but you can't pass that up. I couldn't pass this up. I couldn't. If I'd have let it sit there, somebody else would have gotten it, and I would have been kicking myself. They did actually get a set of Conrail ballast hoppers in a similar set, but without an engine. I think it was like 12 or 16 Conrail ballast hoppers, and they went like that. They went like that. So yeah, Nicholas Smith gets the good stuff in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This video is well over a half an hour long. I don't think I'll be doing much editing, but if you guys like what you see, please, by all means, comment, enjoy. I know you guys have been waiting for this for a long time, and I do apologize for the extremely long wait, but I had so many things spread out over a period of months that were coming in the mail and coming from here. I said it'd be a waste of time to just do all these little teeny episodes. Just throw everything into one big episode, and prior to doing that, just make preview sneak videos of every new train you get. That way people get a sneak peek, so they're not, you know, too overly worried about, you know, when the next video's coming, because then they have something to look forward to. So yeah, I apologize for that, but I had to do it this way, because it wouldn't have been as cool to do multiple small videos. I just like to do the big thing, you know what I mean? It's better to just do the big shebang and go into details and just break it all down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have a couple more things that will be here, but I will leave that for the next installment, and hopefully the next installment won't take as long to make. So you guys be cool. God bless. I love you guys, and also thank you for allowing me to hit over 1,400 videos and over 1,900 subscribers. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Without you, I wouldn't have been able to hit 1,400 videos. So thank you. God bless. Love you guys, and thanks again. See ya.